Yes, like I said, and I've told you, and I've been saying it, and I will continue to say that. It is the high time we rise up to defend and to stop some nonsense. See these people coming to, when people are preparing for church, you came to kill them, to set their homes ablaze. And you say we should keep the youth should shut up. Do you know how many breadwinners that was murdered on Sunday? How do you expect the family to cope? And now the youth have risen up. They rose to challenge, to face the occasion, to embrace it and to retaliate. Now they are gotten to the stage of, locating one and arresting that one, but they did not react the way I wanted it. But at the same time, see the point I'm making. When this person was arrested, by the youth, now some people came to rescue that person. Where are they when these people were killing those people on Sunday morning, when they are preparing to go to Sunday service? You did not come to rescue them for not being killed, but now they caught one, you came to rescue the very one that they laid their hand. But they made a mistake, because if somebody like me, with the way the thing is boiling in my heart, if I catch such one, you are not going to see him, not to talk more of rescuing him. I'm telling you my point of view, because it's very, very painful. It's very, very painful. I am annoyed. I'm not happy on that incident. And let me tell you again, you see why I am telling the people, it is the high time they rise up to defend themselves and to defend their land. Let them not depend on Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't have any atom or defending them or securing them. This country has been sold. This country have already been tagged Islamic. And these are the steps of fire by force, of taking it by force, and to force everybody to bow to Islam. Somebody, when they were carrying their own evil activities, no army to stop them. But now youth have decided to retaliate. People rise up to defend them. Which way are we going? All the Igbos, the Biafrans, are you not seeing handwriting on the wall? Is it not the high time you rise and come together and support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and support Simon Ekpan, and support Ngozi Orebeze, for us to achieve this, to push and achieve this? Is it when they kill us finish that you will realize this? And let me tell you, by the time they finish killing us, you that think that you are untouchable, their hand will touch you. They are just promising you, giving you some security, little one now. And you are enjoying some safety now, because there are people that may rise to defend you, if they should come in first. That is why they cool down and they are dealing with those ones now. By the time they are done dealing with them, you will do the next. Pastor Evangelist Benjamin Biafran evangelist. Are you not afraid that these Fulani herdsmen may have been sponsored by some maybe rich people? Because ordinarily an herdsman is not supposed to be using AK-47. They're supposed to have only stick to read their cow. My brother, my beloved brother, I pointed it before, and you are coming again. I will still touch it again. Like I said, they have federal backup and they have state backup. I ask a question: where are those people when they rise to kill to stop them? But now the youth want to retaliate. Those ones come to rescue. That is to tell you that these people have mission. They are carrying the mission of their masters. Who are the masters? The people, the Nigerian politicians, those eastern politicians and the federal politicians might, and the military might is Sidious Musa. Because I watched that video yesterday, it was painful. I saw soldiers carrying guns, watching the youth of Ebonyi State. And while they were removing those plantain leaves that they used to cover the dead bodies, look at men, youth lying down, look at people lying down dead. And the army carry gun, waiting for any youth that will vex, so that they will add more. You see why? It is the high time, wherever you are, rise up to do the needful before it becomes too late. Because it's late, but before it becomes too late.
Pastor, where is Ebonyi in all this? Your governor, where is it?
I said, Ebubago you are talking about, who is the Ebubago? Ebubago is nowhere to be found. Ebubago is no more because they are an instrument of CDS Musa, the Fulanis. The governors are what? Slave servants to the Fulanis. So they cannot stand against their master, nor speak against their master, nor support the youth of the place to go against their colonial master. You know, Orabese said that information have already reached the governor some days before that day of the coming of these people. And that was why what the governor could say was to tell the youth not to retaliate, to calm down. And I stand here to ask the Mr. Governor, if now your own son they bury like that, they kill like that, how will you feel? I want to ask, and I need this response. If now your own person or now you too they kill like that, will you become a governor today? Will you be in that position today? Whenever we are talking or we are doing things, let us think, and let us think back, and let us think front, and let us think front and back before we talk or we do the things we are doing. We are human. We are not firewood.
Pastor, the Southeastern Governors Forum, their chairman is Senator Opus Odima, the governor of Imo State.
Not senator, the governor.
Yeah, I mean yes now, I'm the governor of Imo State, Opus Odima. What do you think has been his performance since he became the chairman of the Southeastern Governors Forum?
My beloved brother, you cannot cover pregnancy. If the man is working, you will see it, and it will start in his state. There is a saying that charity begins at home. The man is not working anything. If he's working, you will see it. Now they can't hide it. Go to Abia State and go to Imo State. Although I don't know if you're a traveler, I didn't think you're a traveler. If you have traveled to Imo State, you know how Imo looks like before now. Then travel again. If you have been in Abia State about all those area and co before, I will ask you to travel again. You will see a very big difference. You will now know the governor that is actually working in his state. Opus Odema is not working anything.
As a person now, which governor can you give a pass mark in the Southeastern? Many people are saying that these governors, they are not working.
I may not accurately give 100%, but at least I will give 75 to 80% to Abia State Governor in person of Alex Oti. You understand? At least it's not up to 2 years. Next month, if I'm not mistaken, no, May. In the next 3 months, we make him 2 years in office. You understand? But what that man, the structure, the thing that man has put on the ground, you understand, is something that people have ruled 8 years. For the past 24 years ago, they could not achieve. It's what this man has put in place within a year plus, not up to 2 years. He has done much, and kudos to him. I give honor and respect to whosoever that deserve it. So I give that kudos to Abia State Governor. He's doing well.
Lastly, on this, what is the way forward for the...
Ijon was there. They are in total number of how many? 14. Then after the coup d'etat, 1966. The same year in 1966, after the coup, Ironsi, General Ironsi, took over the power as a president, military president in Nigeria. Guess what happened? Ironsi remained the only president in Nigeria who practiced unitary government in Nigeria, who intend to unite Nigeria. And he moved from near Lagos.
But somebody said outside the culture that the coup was an Igbo coup, the first military coup in Nigeria.
That is what I'm saying. That's why I started like that. There were about 14 in number who plotted the coup. 4 Yorubas are involved, 2 Igbos. Both Fulani Hausa, they are there. Ejo man was there. Benue man was there. You understand? There were many of them like that. Both Ishan man was there. Completely make 14. But only 2 were Igbos. Ifajona and Emeka Nzogu. 4 Yorubas. But at the end of the day, out of that hatred, they target what? Igbo king. Then after that, the next thing, like I said, Ironsi became the first president, unitary president in Nigeria. He intended to do what? To unite Nigeria. But at the cost of his own leadership, we have 21 soldiers, military personnel promoted under his regime. As at that time, are you hearing me? As at that time. So, in which the 21 of them, 19 were Igbos. Are you hearing me? 19 were Igbos, 1 Yoruba and 1 Hausa. Out of the 21 promoted soldiers under his cabinet during his tenure after the coup d'etat, he now moved from Lagos here down to Ibadan just for the same peace talk, for us to remain as one, for us to have a common understanding and reason that what happened has happened. Let's come together to build this country. In Ibadan there, inside one interior village at Ibadan, that was where this man was murdered. I can't remember vividly the governor of Ibadan at that time. I can't remember. I don't want to make mistake. Are you getting it? The man is a Yoruba man. He pleaded. He had a lady or something like somebody. He's a Yoruba man anyway. He pleaded for these soldiers to leave him, which they refused. And some elders, they refused, and they killed Ironsi. It was as a result of the murdering of Ironsi that prompted Gowon taking over power. And as at that time, Gowon was not the person that's supposed to take over power, because him and Ojukwu enrolled in the military the same year. But Ojukwu seniored him, both in education in the military. You understand me? Now, Ojukwu now said, you are not the right person to assume office. There were 2, either one man from Borno State or the Yoruba man that's supposed to take over power. He said these are the only 2 people he knew that seniored him in the military. And these are the only, any of them that take over power, that him will take order from. But beside these 2, you go on, I can't take order from you. And as a result of this coup d'etat, I discover, in my discovering study, I discovered that more that died in the coup. Many Igbos were not in. Igbos died, the Yoruba died, but Hausa died, but more of the Hausa, the North. So the North, on that note, became angry and started killing the Biafrans, which are the Igbo, the Easterners. And as at that time, Ojukwu happened to be the governor of the Eastern region. Even as at that time, the Easterners, in terms of this economy, in terms of education, in terms of every other, we are at the top. What I'm telling you is something that when we finish, you can go home, do your findings, you can browse it and do get your record, your data complete. You understand? Then you will know if I lie or not. On this, Ojukwu won. This man refused. As at that time, Gowon was in prison. I say Gowon, Awolowo was in prison in Calabar. It was Ojukwu that freed Awolowo from prison. What was the intention? They reached an agreement which Awolowo betrayed. The agreement was, we are going. You are coming to declare Oduduwa, while I will stand to declare Biafra. I want to educate people today. The reason why Igbos did not have trust on Yorubas. The way Igbos see Yorubas as betrayers. The reason why Igbos see Yoruba as people that are like this, they are not straightforward. I don't know if I'm making a point here. So after releasing Gowon, and with this agreement, when Gowon reached Lagos, the music changed. Gowon did not dance as they agreed. Why Ojukwu pick it up? The killing that you people are killing the Easterners is not going to do what? Take it. Just the same thing that repeated itself, which one of Nigerian musicians used to sing. If I say O, you say P, Africa, African China. That was the year 2000. Then born house, plenty house inside Ajegure. I want to remind some people, you understand? The same thing that happened that year was what happened then. They started killing, which Ojukwu now reinforced. And he declared Biafra, expecting Awolowo to do the same, which Awolowo betrayed and turned his back, never to do so.
Now, what do you think of the call? Because we have heard former Speaker of the House of Representatives, former Speaker of the House of Rep this morning said that Nigeria has not learned any lesson from the Civil War. Do you agree with him?
Yes. Do you know why I start from details? I want people to see the foundation of what is going on in Nigeria, how it started, that leads to where we are today. That's why I cool down to narrate this, to point on this. There are many. I'm just giving you some briefs so that you can go and do your part and get the remaining details. Nigeria have not learned their lessons. Because during the war and after the war, by now, Nigeria would have think and go back
to Islam. What do you think is their motivation? Poverty. Poverty kills slower than poison. I don't know what I understand. There are poison that kill slow. But when poverty comes, poverty can sell many things into your brain. So poverty can change your natural, orientation that your parents, your mom and your father gave you, your community people, your fellow Christians, that kind of orientation they gave you to endure. Poverty can change it. That's why the Ebonyi people embrace Islam, because the Fulani Ebonyi promised them Islamic Bank. Ebonyi people are too slow in thinking. That's why they don't know that the Fulanis are danger. Danger they pose for them in their communities, in our people. Now it has come to them. Did we not tell them as early as possible when they were building the mosque and constructing Arabic Bank? Did we not tell them? Now they have come. Do you know what happened? They would like to finish and kill all the boy people and take over their land. That is the plan for that mosque, the plan for that Arabic Bank, the plan for that loan from Islamic Bank to the boy people to use train their people in university. But after training your children, you and their husband will be pied by the Fulani headers, and they will take over the whole farmland. That is their plan, Islamic process. When they Islamize Ebonyi State, they will occupy. As they occupy, they will enter Abia. They will be occupying, and they slowly occupying like the night rain. They will enter Imo State. From Imo, they will grab Anambra State. No more Igbo land. But we've seen it. We foresaw it. We are saying it. Savannah Osoto cannot survive. It cannot survive that basis. Sharia law can never come to Igbo land. They will never ever do it there. Sharia court will never ever be situated anywhere in Igbo land. They cannot succeed. Sultan of Sokoto and his Islamization agenda of southeastern Nigeria has woefully failed. Big failure.
You say that Islamization cannot come to southern part of Nigeria, Igbo land. But with the way things are going with the Ebonyi youth accepting Islam, are you not afraid that there may be these plans to bring in Islam through back door through Ebonyi?
Yeah, those are called the North Igbos because their region, their geography is situated in the north part of southeastern Nigeria. So they are sharing border with Benue. That's why we call them North Igbos. Then their own understanding is too low and slow. They are people that are very wretched and the poor in Igbo land. That's why they actually embrace Islamic Bank. That Islamic Bank is from where they grant them loan to train their children in school. The Fulani hegemony, the Fulani subtle snakes, they invaded the Ebonyi State throughout the administration of Malam Muhammad Buhari. They deceived them that they should give them loan. They will be giving them loan, and actually they loan money to them. They use that money to farm. They use the money to train their children freely in the university, and that's why they actually accepted as a result of what? Gullibility, long throats. Yes, to build mosque in their land. To do what? To build Islamic or Arabic bank in their land, on their land there in Ebonyi State. And today they have succeeded on Islamizing how many percentage of Africa? Good percentage of them are turning to Muslim. But I'm telling you that we are Igbos. Sooner or later, they will all be revamped. Reorientation they must go through to bring them back to their normalcy, their normal, at least, state of mind in life. Originally, they are the Igbos. We must make sure that we give them the orientation, revamp their mental ability so that they will begin to think like Igbos again. It won't take us time.
Ebubiagu in the south part of Nigeria, what is the job of Ebubiagu? They've been quiet, even though look at what happened in Ebonyi State. Amoteku has always worked in Yoruba land, even though they don't have the sophisticated weapon. Ebubiagu is quiet. What do you think may be happening to them?
Ebubiagu has been bought over by Fulani masters. The governors of the Central East serve the Fulani, their Fulani masters as errand boys. The Fulani masters supply them with money, supply them with gold, supply them with governmental posts and positions. If they finish that positions, their Fulani masters promise them presidency, office of the presidency. And at the end of the day, they will flop. They will do what? Flop all those promises, refusing to at least redeem those promises, and call those Igbo governors Ewuhua, Mugu. It was due to juicy promises. Promised to Opuzadema that made him, over the years, to be killing the youths in Imo. Buhari promised him he would one day rule Nigeria. And that is what is going on now. That's why APC is not even, relenting on occupying the Imo State Governor office, because they promised Opuzadema that they will give him that position, office of the presidency. So what I'm trying to say is that Ebubiagu himself, the people that initiated Ebubiagu are these governors, and they are errand boys to their Fulani masters, who often promise them juicy offices in the federal agencies. So what happened is that Ebubiagu is no longer working because they were put in place there by Fulani. We've been saying it on and on that Ebubiagu should go and sit down. It is only ESN that is working in Igbo land. And they don't expect Ebubiagu to come and attack Fulanis. The Fulanis are their masters. The Fulanis are working with governors. The governors are the one that initiated Ebubagu. So Ebubagu's security, outfit in Igbo land are crippled, incapacitated, and this at least deactivated. They can no longer work, operate, or be effectual because they are errand boys of Fulani Janjaweeds.
Then before I let you go, Nigeria has not learned anything from the civil war. This is coming from Yakubu Dogara, former speaker of the House of Reps in Nigeria. What are your opinions about that statement from Dogara? Nigeria has not learned anything from the civil war.
Dogara is a small boy from Fulani land. He has never, he's not, Dogara was former governor of Sokoto now.
But it's not, that was Tambuwal.
Okay, Tambuwal. Okay, Dogara was former governor of Bauchi. Okay, speaker.
Yeah, not
the speaker of House of Reps.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a small boy when the war was raging between Biafra and Nigeria. He had no experience of how war, the war of 1967 to 70 happened. He was a child. He was, abusing, drinking brukutu, milk and fra. So he has been brainwashed by their local food. And all of a sudden, he was exalted into that highly, designated position of being, a speaker of lower legislative chamber. So he's talking as a man who believes that they dominate Nigeria, that there's nothing like war, and if it happens, they believe it's going to weigh down on the Igbos, not knowing that any other war that happens now, Fulani will leave Nigeria. Because we'll be from Igbo land, go and be attacking them in the north. Before, when we are fighting war, we were defending, going backward. But this time, no retreat, no surrender. The God himself will actually pray for war no longer escalate, not to escalate in Nigeria. Because every nook and cranny of Nigeria must actually experience it. The God is not speaking as a man of experience. We the Igbos, we have experience. So he was the one that doesn't know the war